It's the Orioles on Manfred, and we welcome you to Birdland. A mid-afternoon start to a true doubleheader as the Rays and the Orioles go against one another, games 2 and 3 of this 4-game set. Well, they don't happen very often anymore where you get the single admission doubleheader. Fans with a great opportunity to take advantage of that on a beautiful day to start, at least here at the ballpark. And for the Orioles, a 3-game win streak as things have dramatically turned around. A couple of really great starts, including that from Kevin Gausman in the ballgame last night. But even more importantly for the Orioles at this point, it's been about the offense. Look what they have done during the 3 games offensively. They have scored 25 runs. See that at the top? You look down at the bottom, they've allowed only 13. Back up there, the hits, 33. Runner in scoring position number is outstanding. The starter ERA is obviously higher than you'd like it to be, but it's there because of a couple of starts that were really high. But the bullpen is picked up with a 1.46 during the win streak. And the Miracle Man continues to produce. The latest edition of Orioles Magic is indeed Manny Machado. 3 home runs in the last 2 games against Kansas City, first inning. A 2 RBI shot to begin this streak. Manny has just done everything for the Orioles when it comes to the offense. Last night, first inning, again, home run number 11 on the year, again, 2 RBIs, and it gives the Orioles the early lead. And then he would put it away. His 8th career grand slam, that came in the 7th inning. That would be enough for the Orioles to walk away with the win in the ball game against the Rays. And Manny outstanding, and that offense is clicking right now, Mike Bordick.
Yeah, you know, Manny appearing to do it all in yesterday's ball game. But, you know, I think this offense has started to pick it up because the return, obviously, of Mark Trumbo and Jonathan Scope. I think everybody's confidence kind of lifting in the lineup. Nobody feels like they have to do it on their own right now. But Manny Machado's been doing it on his own really since spring training. I mean, incredible spring for Manny. He's hitting 350 at 17 RBIs. The home runs were there. And, of course, he has kept it going. And that's what I appreciate about Manny right now, the consistency with his approach. I mean, last year there were up and downs. You could see him fall down in the box at times, just trying to do so much for his team. Right now, the game is coming to him. He is so quiet in the box. And when there are times, I think, when Manny feels like, oh, I don't have it tonight, I don't feel like I can get my hits, the whole right side of the field is open up, and he slaps it over there to keep his confidence high. Man, has he been nonstop. He has great instincts right now as a hitter, and he's been impressive to watch.
And, you know, it doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt, rather, for the offense to know you've got someone like Kevin Gausman on the mound performing so well right now that you can relax a little bit, just you're not going to have to score, you know, 8 runs in every inning in order to get the lead back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this Oriole offense, I think the top has been really important here the last few ball games. Mancini swinging well, Jones, of course, Machado. So they are really the table setters right now. Making marks early has been a key to this recent success.
All right, we're ready to go. Doubleheader day, as the first one will be followed by game 2 about 30 minutes later. Going to hand out the Easy Pass Car Magnet Orioles today. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide, that's transparency. And by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, Maryland's largest writer of workers' compensation insurance. Some high clouds, lots of blue sky though, and a summer-like day. Take a look at our game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. 78 degrees, humidity up a little bit, and very little breeze blowing at the ballpark right now. Take a look at the starting lineup in game one for the Tampa Bay Rays. Span, C.J. Cron, Wendell, Duffy, Miller, Hechavarria, Smith, Gomez, and Sucre. As for Hechavarria, not committed an error since July 30th, 17. He gets the job done at short.
And let's take a look at David Hess's scouting report. Yeah, it's his major league debut. The 24-year-old, a fifth-round pick in 2014 out of Tennessee Tech. Taking the bump for the Orioles in this doubleheader. He's got a 4-pitch mix, good fastball, mid to high 90s with the fastball. Got a good slider, curveball, and change to mix it up. Primarily fastball slider, though. He is pitching on 3 days rest through 80 pitches Tuesday against the Durham Bulls, the AAA team of the Tampa Bay Rays. Take a look at his minor leagues numbers, though. Pretty impressive. 6 starts, 2 wins with a 212 earned run average, like the 29 punchouts in 29 and 2/3 innings of work. 12 walks in 6 games. A little command problem there, but I think Hess is going to be fine. Adrenaline's going to be rolling today. It's going to be up to Cisco to calm him down and get him in the zone.
It's a big day for David Hess. Talking with Buck Showalter before the game today. If there is a good performance, and you define that however you will, as Buck Showalter and the team will, he could stay and be in this rotation. So this is a monumental start for a major league debut. To have that on the line as well as the debut makes this a pretty big day.
Hey, yeah, it sure does. You know, hey, go relax and have some fun. But my goodness, you could be here. This could be the start of your career.
Wow. There's Devin is the wife, and Charlotte the wife. Mom, rather, as we get ready to go. And sit back, families, and let us watch the game. Pitch is a little bit outside for a ball as Denard Span leaves it off. Span with a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. Right-hander Hess's delivery. That'll be taken for a strike. This season, the left-handers hit just 131 off the 24-year-old right-hander. This is at AAA. The left-handers hit 267, 2 home runs, both hit by left-handers. He is the 26th man for the doubleheader. You get to call up an extra on doubleheader day. Mancini will chase it over. Hess is on the board. He gets the out on Span.
A couple good fastballs right there down and away. Easy out for Mancini in left field. Let's take a look at the rest of the Oriole defense. Jones and Santander will join Trey. Machado and Scope up the middle. Peterson and Davis at the corners. Yeah, Peterson, he's become the regular over there at third base, and Cisco behind the plate.
C.J. Cron is the designated hitter in the ball game. He's got a 3-game hit streak coming in, extended it last night with the 2 for 5, and the pitch to him will be taken away. Well, Hess is coming off a big game. He had 7 shutout innings in his last start in AAA, including a no-hitter into the 7th inning. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts, which were a career high for him in that ball game against Durham, pitching for Norfolk.
Yeah, you know, Hess, I got a little bit of a scouting report this morning from Brian Graham, the farm coordinator. Said, boy, he's got a good fastball down in the zone. Really likes his slider as well, but his makeup is really what separates him. Quality guy that works hard at his craft. Your little slider staying up at the top of the zone. I'd rather see it down and away. Obviously, the big power hitter, but gets away with 1 there.
1-2 delivery to Cron. That'll go off the end of the bat. 4-pitch pitcher. When he's on, he will mix it up. He's fooled around a little bit with a splitter, using the splitter grip in order to get a changeup going, but really it's a changeup more than it is a splitter at this point, I guess.
Everybody's got that split change. Nobody know. You know, one night it's a change, split, Vulcan grip. I don't know.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and that's going to be a base hit. Not hit that hard, right off the end of the bat. The Cron is on with a 4-game hit streak, and Tampa Bay gets a runner on with 1 away.
Well, you're not going to get hurt down there. Pretty good life on that fastball, staying down around the knees. Going to get in trouble if that fastball starts to get elevated up around the numbers.
That'll bring Wendell to the plate. He remains in the 3 spot as he was in last night's game. Left-handed hitter who went 2 for 5 in the ball game last night, entered with an 0 for 19. And he's up with a runner on at first base. Pitch will be taken up high for a ball. Last night, of course, Tampa Bay had some great scoring opportunities. They lost 9-4. They left 10 on base. They were only 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And one of the problems was they had only 3 extra base hits out of 15 total hits in the game last night. And as we mentioned, it's very tough to score when all you're picking up is singles, and they didn't.
Right. Yeah. And Kevin Gausman, of course, made some really good pitches throughout that ball game. Had some big double plays. But I saw Kevin this morning. He said, man, this baseball, it's a crazy game. Yeah. Last start of court, 9 innings and only 2 hits.
Yeah. That one up the middle, that literally through the wickets. Runner will stop. Crone at second base, and Wendell is on with a single. I think that one right between the legs of David Hess.
I think Wendell starting to feel it again, coming out of that slump. Yeah, Hess spinning out of the delivery and right between the legs, right back through the middle.
So Tampa Bay, a couple on base, but again, you got 2 singles. And again, a ground ball can get you out of this. Duffy getting the start at third, getting back into playing shape after coming off the DL and doing really well at it. He had a couple of hits in 5 at bats last night. He's hitting .348 in 11 games since coming off the disabled list. Pitch to him high in the air. That is deep to left center field, way back of the wall, and goodbye home run. Duffy delivers the long ball, and that's the difference between the singles and the homer. That's good for 3, and the Rays jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, a couple C&I singles making it through the infield, and then Duffy jumping on that first pitch fastball. You know, Hess is trying to get ahead here. Unfortunately, getting ahead down the middle ain't going to help. That one up above the belt, and Duffy waiting for it. Hammering out in the Oriole bullpen.
So Duffy delivers the long ball for him to start the game out here in the first inning, and 3 runs in. And that's why they are happy to have him back playing at third base. Home run number 2, 12 RBIs for him. That's a lashed into left field for a base hit. And David just puts his head down after that ball found that Tony Gwynn hole, as they are tic-tacking here in the first inning on these deliveries.
Yeah, not a bad fastball there, either down and away. But I think these hitters thinking, okay, Hess is trying to get ahead and then go to work. I mean, young pitcher, that is typically the key, wanting to throw strike 1. And they're waiting on him here the last couple ABs.
So Miller on with a single. Didn't wait very long. 3 singles and a home run so far in the inning in the 5 batters faced. Now one of the hottest hitters in the lineup, Hechavarria, stands in. He had a 2 for 4 in the game last night. He's hitting .328 over the last 17 games. Hechavarria and a double clutched on that one, fouls it off the end of the bat.
Oh, he was gearing up for that first pitch heater as well, and the little slider pulling the string 80 miles an hour on that, working it like a changeup, and you saw Hechavarria well out in front.
So the 0-1 count. Hess trying to find that ground ball to get a double play. 0-1 delivery on the way, hit the third, backhanded. Peterson got it. He'll go. Scope reaching 1, relay not in time at first base. Would have been a big time double play. Jonathan Scope having to find the baseball and then rocket one over.
Boy, beautiful play. This Oriole defense has been pretty special here recently. Peterson over at third base. How about that momentum, taking him down the line and then spinning around, and Jonathan Scope, my goodness, he gets the ball in his hands. You just never know. And here a rocket off balance, almost completing the double play, stretching out to get the force at second base and almost cleaning it up on the end. Boy, Peterson and Scope looking pretty clean.
Peterson's he wants that job at third base.
Boy, I'll say that was a nice play right there, showing the range and then that athleticism that we talk about all the time.
So here is Smith, great speed, 0 for 4 in the game last night, runner at first base. He's hitting .236 over the last 17, started out over .400 in the first 14 games. You got to cool off for that kind of an average going, and he has at least a little bit. Smith against the Orioles on the year has gone 3 for 11 with 1 RBI. Duffy, the big home run in the inning, has put Tampa Bay on top early. Tampa Bay has lost 4 consecutive ball games coming into this one, and they have had problems plating runs. This is stretch where their offense has simply not been able to get the runs they've needed. Foul back over the screen. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
And you're going to throw a fastball at the top of the zone. It better be right at the top or up and out. And we already saw one right at the belt level get deposited into the bullpen, and that fastball there. See it staying in the strike zone. Got to get up to the top if you're going to work that high fastball.
Malek Smith with Hechavarria on at first base. Davis holding. And a swing and a miss down and in. So Hess will get his first strikeout. But Tampa Bay will pick up 3 runs. They'll do it on 4 hits, leaving 1 on base. Oriole lineup coming up. To 8 and 11 on their home mark. Chance to add 2 more with this doubleheader. Starting lineup brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency. Mancini, Jones, and Machado. Scope, Davis, and Trumbo. Cisco, Santander, and Peterson. Adam Jones this year against the Rays.
Take a look at Chris Archer's pitch arsenal this season. Always had the good 4-seam fastball. Still rushes it up there in the mid to high 90s. A power slider to go along with it. And you see the percentages, almost a 50-50 split between fastball and slider.
Trey Mancini, a strike on the inside corner.
And see the rest of the numbers for Archer. This will be his 9th start. Slow start for Chris. Earned run average up over 5. You see the opponent sitting a lofty 284.
That'll be up high. I looked at the number for left-handers and I was like, I looked at it again, then I went back a 3rd time. 341 left-handers off Archer, 232 for the right-handers. Ground ball is going to go to short. Hechavarria keeping his errorless streak alive. Over to Miller. Well, for the Orioles, it's been one lineup after another that's looked very different, except for today. The Orioles' Buck Showalter today wrote the same lineup down 2 consecutive ball games. It's the first time the Orioles have had a lineup used twice in a game. Wow. This is coming into this season. So coming into this game. They were the only major league team with a different lineup in every game.
Yeah, you'd love to see the consistency, but unfortunately the Orioles have been touched by that injury bug. Of course, Beckham, Rasmus, Scope, and Trumbo just coming back, helped stabilize the lineup, but Alvarez tweaked the hammy the other day, and of course Buck's been looking for that leadoff hitter a couple times.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. Adam Jones. Adams got a 7-game hit streak coming into this ball game, and it has been a good one for him. He's had 6 hits and 13 at bats against Tampa Bay this year, so he has upped his career average against Tampa Bay to 276. Chris Archer with the 0-1 delivery on the way. That's going to go to center field. Will it stay up? Malek Smith is there. Line drive that was rising.
Yeah, and how about Malek Smith playing in that right center field gap? Tells you what the Orioles offense is doing. Take a look at the rest of the Rays defense. Span and Gomez joining Smith in the outfield. Hechavarria and Wendell. And 2 up the middle with Duffy and Miller on the corners. Sucre doing the catching this afternoon.
So Archer gets a couple of quick outs here. 5 pitches, 2 outs. And that will bring Manny to the plate. Manny's got a 4-game hit streak. He has had a lot of at-bats. These Oriole hitters have seen Archer a lot, as Archer's got a 6 and an 8 lifetime mark against them. So a lot of at-bats by the Oriole regulars in their career. Pitcher taken down low for a ball. Manny has done well against him. 14 for 46, including 1 home run off Archer. Manny has homered in consecutive games. 2 last night. He'll pop this one up right at the mound. First base or third? Third. Coming over to get it is Duffy, and a very quick inning. 1, 2, 3 for Archer. Take on these Rays. First 20,000 fans 18 and over receive the Mother's Day Pashmina scarf, and the kids run the bases post game, presented by Wise Markets. So get your tickets today at Orioles.com. There is Jim Hess, David's dad, on hand here. Family members, friends coming to see their young man pitch. 24 years old, major league debut. See if he can settle it down a little here in the second inning. Gomez, Sucre, and Span. 8, 9, and 1. Pitch up away. You've got Cisco behind the plate, and a rookie making his major league debut on the mound. Last time this happened for the Orioles, where they had a rookie catcher and a starting pitcher in his major league debut, was 2009 August. Brian Mattis was the pitcher, and Matt Wieters was the catcher. 2-0 delivery on the way by Hess. Towering pop up third base side out of play. Hess is a 5th round pick out of Tennessee Tech, 2014. He was 11 and 9 at Bowie last year with a 3.85. Then we showed you the 6 starts at AAA this year, 2-0 and a 2.12 earned run average, really lowering that batting average by left-handers against him. Put up in the air to left center field. Adam Jones, Mancini, Jones will put it away for the out.
There you go. We were talking about a little bit about the Oriole defense for the game. How about Mancini making a beautiful sliding play? That was to start the game. Big 5th inning. Cisco making a diving play. And how about the way the game ended? Beautiful double play right there from Machado and Scope. The Oriole defense has picked it up a notch. I don't know if it's just because of the arrival of Scope, but it has certainly been cleaner.
Much, yep. So 1 away here in the second inning. Sucre doing the catching. He is the backup catcher. Will take the pitch for a strike. Didn't play last night. He's had only 1 hit last 12 at bats over a 4-game span. 0-1 delivery. Offensively, I always thought when you really are a backup catcher and you're not sharing duties, it's one of the toughest jobs on the team offensively.
Oh, man. Keep your batting average up. Try to contribute. Yeah, it's hard.
You just don't give him any chances. In the air to center, Adam Jones. 2 down.
I like that. A couple quick outs for David Hess. A little bit longer first inning for him as Rays put the 3 runs on the board, and then a quick offensive inning for the Orioles. But Hess getting Ray back out there and locking in on that focus.
So 2 down, looking for a clean inning. Top of the order, the speedster Span, who flied out to left field his first time up. Right-hander delivers to him over the top. That'll miss down low for a ball. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, is behind the plate. And pitchers can have a tough day. Jerry has a strike zone that's acclimated towards hitters, the way it turns out. So the close calls generally will go the hitter's way, predominantly so. So you really got to throw some strikes if you're on the mound. So Archer and Hess today will need to be in that strike zone, and not a lot of calls away from it are going to go their way. 2-0 delivery on the way, and a chopper foul.
And take a look at David Hess's delivery here. Getting pretty repeatable, smooth delivery, a little rock back, high knee kick, bringing it up to the chest, and boy, is he quick coming down the mound. That's a quick arm. You see him fall off the side. There's a little cross body in there as well for deception.
2-1 delivery. Almost looked like he was taking. So I'm sure he wasn't. But the count goes to 2-2. Never moved the bat off his shoulder. He's trying to extend the inning, so maybe he was. I mean, he wants Hess to have to throw a little more with the 2 quick outs. And he will foul that one off over into the Oriole dugout.
A good slider right there, working underneath the hands of the left-handed hitter. Last out of the first inning, Malik Smith on that same type of slider, and the lefty to swing over the top.
Span is 4 for 14 against the Orioles this year. 2-2 delivery on the way to him, and a swing and a miss. So Hess has a clean inning, gets his second strikeout. Orioles will send Jonathan Scope to the plate to start it out as they are trailing early in the ball game. Family, though, is mighty happy. From Princess Anne, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Home Run Rich's Scratch House, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. A seal living on the Eastern Shore. That sounds like it fits, and a lucky day should be in store.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Rick. Some of the youngsters on hand here today. Sometimes you just got to relax. She's going to be in the yoga class, getting ready for yoga at the ballpark, stretching out early by weeks. Archer ready to go. In the air, left field. Will it carry into the corner and way back? And goodbye, home run! Jonathan Scope on the first pitch from Archer to him. Delivers the long ball, and the Orioles make it 3-1.
Wow. That's pretty impressive right there by Jonathan Scope. How he kept it fair, how he got to the baseball. And Jonathan Scope, like many Orioles, are starting to really find their swing. Scope picking up his second long ball of the year.
That is the 4th home run that Jonathan Scope has had against Chris Archer. Schoop came in hitting .370 with 3 homers against the Tampa Bay right-hander. How about that? So his first home run here in the ballpark, Camden Yards, for Schoop this year.
Well, take a look here. Fastball riding up and in, borderline in off the plate. Jonathan Schoop getting through it the right way. That ball stayed straight down the line.
Orioles using the home run of late. This could be a tough play. Archer came over, won't be needed though, as Miller got it, goes to the bag, and Davis is retired.
Take a look at the StatCast numbers here for Jonathan Schoop. I know it had the altitude, 102 miles an hour off the bat, 41 degrees. Yeah, almost straight up there for Jonathan Schoop. 358 for the distance. Majestic home run, and no bend on that. When I say no bend, he didn't hook that ball at all, and it's pretty hard to stay through a baseball that's up and in and keep it straight down the line without it hook and foul. That's pretty impressive swing by that young man.
That had some carry on it. Here's Mark Trumbo. For Archer, he surrenders his 6th home run of the year. 3 of those have been hit by the right-handers. The Orioles continue to find the home run ball in the games here in this homestand. Trumbo is 6 for 21 off Archer. Mark will get a base hit into right center field. Smith going over to get it on a hop. Trumbo continues hot. 5-game hit streak for him, and again taking the ball the other way.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful swing by Mark Trumbo, and if you looked in the book how to hit a slider, that swing was the way. Wow, did he stay on it, kept the head down. Take a look, not a bad pitch, working to that outer third, down and away. But take a look at the position by Mark Trumbo. That head down right down on the bat head, staying through the baseball, driving it to right center field. Seen that a number of times here in this series.
Archer's been hit hard this year, and the Orioles want to keep that going. That big .284 batting average against him shows that there are some hittable pitchers coming your way. Runner on at first, 1 down, and a swing and a foul tip. This is Cisco, who likes playing against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he sure does. He's been swinging at 3 for 8 with a couple solo home runs versus the Rays this season. We talked about last night. He's got 4 career home runs, and 3 of them coming against the Rays. That one last night into the flag court was impressive. Up and in fastball that he got to, whipping the stick through.
0-1 delivery on the way to him, and that'll be in the air to left center field. Hit pretty good. Malik Smith going back. Warning track wall. And right off the top of it. They say it's in play. It'll score a run. Trouble making a turn. There'll be no play at the plate. A double and an RBI. Just missed. Another home run, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
Oh, another great swing by Cisco, and he's getting some carry out that left center gap. He took a home run there the opposite field. And how about staying on the breaking ball? Wow, let it come to him, and then backspinning it right off the top of the wall. Kicking back, and Malik Smith giving chase. And how about Trumbo holding up just to see, and then able to score for Cisco all the way from first base.
Boy, the Orioles on fire here against Archer. Bullpen thought they might be able to get a ball there, and they're looking as to where that hit, right at the top. And for Cisco, he's got 11 RBIs now. 11 RBIs in the 28 games that he has appeared in.
Take another look. How close was it? Inches away, maybe an inch away for being a home run.
Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach, on his way out to have a word. Says not been the Chris Archer that he would like to be, and the Tampa Bay hoped he would be, as Archer comes in with an ERA of 5.32, and against the Orioles earlier this year he gave up 4 runs on 11 hits in 5 1/3 innings with Dylan Bundy on the other side. Now he got the win, but certainly a performance that was so-so against the Orioles, and those same kind of numbers are being put up early here in this game. Runner on at second base. Santander. He will take the pitch up high for a ball. Orioles had a 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position in the ball game last night. Santander's got a chance for the RBI here, and he's 3 for 5 off Chris Archer. 1-0 count. Shift on. Santander will take it. That's up a little bit. 2-0.
How about Chris Archer? Loves pitching at home in the Trop, but struggling on the road, especially right here at Camden Yards. And in his career, 6.70 earned run average here at Camden Yards, and the Orioles getting on him again to start this ball game.
His overall numbers against the Orioles, 6 and 8 with a 4.92 earned run average. Swing and a miss. Best pitch he's thrown in the ball game right there, down and into the left-hander. Archer's only 29 years old. He's had 53 wins and 65 losses in his career. Another problem he's had this year is working out of the stretch, which he has to do here with Cisco on. Team's hitting .329 when there are runners on base and only .204 and the bases are empty. 2-1 delivery by Archer, and that'll be foul back. A little bit off the fastball that time, had him a little in front, 2-2.
Yeah, lucky he didn't get that one knocked out of the ballpark. Like a little hanger up there at the top of the strike zone, right in the middle of the plate. Archer primarily that 2-pitch pitcher. A little bit surprised at that because the Rays have had so many quality changeup pitchers. You would think that Archer may have picked up a quality change from somebody along the way. We've got an all right changeup, just doesn't use it. It's just fastball slider, fastball slider.
2-2 delivery on the way, and that one's in the air to right field. Shy of the warning track, Gomez, runner tagging. Carlos Gomez has it. He's going to make the throw on to third. Off the mark a little bit, so the tag up and the move up by Cisco and the fly ball out by Santander.
Well, there you go. You take what's given. You certainly don't want to make the third out at third base, but fly ball plenty deep enough. There you see Cisco with the tag hustling into third base, and you know, ball kicks away, and that could be a very important run. You see Gomez getting behind it. That's how you want to set up. Quick little crow hop and a stop line. I think Cisco would have been safe anyway.
Yep. Bobby Dickerson with a sign to get down there on the slide, and he did. So now a 2 away. Runner on at third base, and here is Chase Peterson. Peterson last night had an 0 for 2 in the ball game. Playing in at third base, Duffy. Peterson with outstanding speed, and the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Well, Peterson's going to get an RBI opportunity. The Orioles last year really good in these situations. They hit .275 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Nowhere near that so far this year, just .181. Those 2-out RBIs are not easy to pick up. The Orioles were well above the league average last year in that department.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to pick up the pace here recently in that category as well. Getting some clutch hits, the timely hits that they've been missing for almost a month of the season.
Yep. Peterson in his third start at third base for the Orioles will take the pitch. It is in there for a strike from Archer.
And there's the change, the rare change. 88 miles an hour. Throws it really firm. And of course, he can rush that fastball up to 97 miles an hour. But if he could take a little bit more off that change and kind of protect, or you know, make it more consistent. There's another one up, but it's up at the top of the zone. Throw too many of those, they're going to get whacked.
So Archer takes the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That'll move Duffy back to his normal position at third base. Cisco will be able to get a little bigger lead. Archer's thrown only 1 wild pitch so far this year. 2-2 count. And fouled off. Peterson will keep the at-bat alive.
Just got a battle. Now you're just trying to put that ball in play somehow. Seen a number of times now. Good things happen when you put it in play, and the Orioles start to early fight with the 2 strikes.
Four for 16 in these situations for Peterson this year. 2 ball 2 strike count on him. Archer a look over. Peterson will foul another one back. He keeps the at bat alive. Peterson a tough out in that number 9 spot because he does foul off a lot of pitchers. A decent contact hitter. He struck out 16 times while drawing 7 walks so far this year. It's the 18th game he's played in. He's getting some at bats, and generally when hitters do that, the numbers improve. 2 ball 2 strike count, set up low and away. Archer goes there but will not get the call.
Yeah, I think most players, that's what their goal is, strive for consistent at bats, you know, especially players like utility players fighting for more playing time. You got to get some hits obviously to get in the lineup, but when you can start stringing games together, you just feel more comfortable in the batter's box. You see the ball better, not as jumpy.
3 ball 2 strike count with 2 away. Runner off third base, and the full count delivery is in the dirt. Blocked. That'll save a run. So the Orioles keep it going as Peterson is able to pick up the free pass. That's 13 walks in 46 innings surrendered by Archer. He's not given up a lot of walks. He's just been hit hard. Interesting, on the pitch before that, Sucre had set a target down and away. The ball was right in the glove and Sucre held it, and then he had a little conversation with the home plate umpire Jerry Davis after that pitch. He thought they had a strikeout on that, didn't get it. Then Archer buries one in the dirt on the 3-2 count. As we said, defensively, pitcher catcher may not like all the calls of Jerry Davis. 2 down. Throw over to get him over. Peterson, of course, has outstanding speed, but you got Trey Mancini at the plate. 5-game hit streak, grounded out his first time up. Base stealers against Archer have gone 3 for 4. Sucre has thrown out 2 of 8. Runner goes. Mancini takes. They do throw. Runner's coming home. Tag. Didn't get him, and a run will score. That's why you do it. Tampa Bay had made the decision they would throw through, and the throw was so high and away. There's no way that Wendell was going to be able to get it and come back to the plate. He tried to put the tag on. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, nice baseball play by the Orioles. Aggressive offensive play. Peterson, the good speed, running down there. And boy, as soon as Cisco saw that shoulder turn and that Sucre was thrown to second base, off he goes. Good timing. And both base runners there. Well, his attempt on the tag, though. Look at Wendell jump up and slap it on the helmet.
He may have got him.
Man.
They're going to challenge.
Pretty athletic play by the second baseman, getting that glove right back down on the helmet.
We'll see how New York sees that one, as Kevin Cash will challenge this. He's
tough, inconclusive there.
Yeah. What's interesting is that's a double steal. That's a steal of home if this holds up.
Yeah.
Cisco would have his first career stolen base, and it would be a steal of home. That's how it would be scored, but call's got to hold up here, whether or not Peterson was able to get underneath that tag or not.
Another look right here. Peterson going in feet first. We know that glove hit the helmet.
He's safe.
All right.
So Mark Carlson, who made the call, made it right.
Yeah, real close play. Fortunately, the Orioles able to steal a run.
So a double steal on a stolen base. One for Peterson and one for Cisco as he steals home. Holy cow. And the Orioles tied this ball game up 3-3. So it mattered. Now Trey Mancini with the RBI chance with a runner at second. 1-0 count, 2 down. And Trey in a big cut goes through it. Well, that's an interesting play. Buck Showalter putting things in motion here in this ball game to get the ball game tied up. And that's what you can do when you have players like Peterson. It's the extra dimension that the Orioles have had so little of. He's now 5 out of 6 stealing bases.
Yeah, well, that's a great play. A nice call by Buck Showalter. Get that type of speed out there.
It's part of what makes the game, I think, so much fun. So much going on there because the decisions already had to be made for Tampa Bay. Do we throw through? If we throw through, do we cut it off and go back to the plate, or do we try and get the out at the bag? If the throw goes through, the Orioles got to decide, does Cisco go on the throw immediately? Because you got to wait and make sure it's not a hard throw back to Archer,
right,
to the pitcher. I mean, you got a lot of stuff you got to look at in order to make that work. Archer does a 360 on the follow through on that one, and the pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, most generally all that stuff is really thought of by Buck, and he makes the decision. Now he says, all right, we got first and third situation. I'm going to send Peterson, and if that catcher turns his shoulder, Cisco's got to go. He's got to go. Doesn't have that blazing speed like Peterson, and he took a chance right there to steal the run and tie the ball game, and it worked perfectly.
Inside out pitch, swing rather, fouled off. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trey has gone just 3 for 28 with runners in scoring position this season. Nowhere near the great numbers that Mancini put up last year as he hit 340 in these situations. Adam Jones had a 361 average and was the only Oriole irregular who had a bigger number than Mancini. 2 ball 2 strike count. Peterson with good speeds, getting a big secondary lead at second. 2-2 pitch by Archer, and that'll be up high, and they're really making Archer throw. 33 so far.
Yeah, I'd like to see him work the count right now, and Archer's made some mistakes on the plate. But the Oriole offense showing some patience, and that patience comes with the confidence that they've finally started to build up with all these base hits they're flipping out there. Of course, you would start winning some ball games, and you feel better about yourself as well.
27th pitch of this inning for Archer, and he will walk him. So consecutive walks. The Orioles keep the inning alive. Runners on at first and second base.
Another good take right there. You get a runner out in scoring position. You think you get a little antsy, and Mancini just stays tall. Just looking that slider down into the dirt. Easy walk there.
So Adam Jones will get a chance. Catcher Sucre giving the signs to the infielders. The Orioles have battled back. Tampa Bay 3 runs in the first inning. The Orioles have now been outscored 57-16 in the first inning. 57-16, but they got them right back here in the second inning. Archer's delivery, and Jones will take the pitch down low. Adam flied to center field his first time up. Adam with a big 7-game hit streak that he's running right now. He's gone 11 for 30 during the streak. He's been hot and taking the ball to all fields. He too way below his average with runners in scoring position, only 184 in the year for him. Little discussion, Sucre and Archer. Doubleheader, remember, so the last thing either manager wants to do is to have to go to the bullpen early in the ball game in game 1.
Yeah, and the Orioles really making Archer work right now. I feel like they got him on the ropes.
1-0 count with 2 down. Runners off first and second base. Pitch way inside. Sucre going to dive a little bit in order to hold that in the glove. Sucre's demeanor behind the plate right now is an unhappy catcher.
No, seems a little lackadaisical, almost upset back there.
Yeah. 2-0 count. Runners with their leads. Needs to throw a strike. He did, and a good one. Adam Jones going after it down and away, and the count will go to 2-1 on Adam.
Yeah, good hard power slider there. Looks like it's going to be the heater out of his hand, starting on the plate. Really, that's the key. That swing and miss.
This is Adams' 171st game against Tampa Bay. Nobody on the Orioles has played more. He has scored 81 runs, picked up 180 hits against the Rays. Towering fly ball, not that deep and over towards the line. Denard Span going over, and a souvenir. Adam, with all these games being played, starting to pile up those kind of numbers against opposing teams, particularly those within the division where you're playing 19 games a season against these division opponents. And Adam, of course, the face of the Orioles for so long, and the veteran in center. 2-2 count, still 2 away, but 2 on. Peterson at second, Mancini at first, and a swing and a miss on a slider down. So Archer gets his first strikeout, but the Orioles tied this up 3 runs. Jonathan Schoop started it out, his second home run of the season and the 4th of his career off Archer. Game 1, take a look. East wins. Chris Sale struck out 15 Blue Jays, 9 innings, tying his career high, becoming the latest pitcher to reach the 15K mark this year. Max Scherzer's done it, Garrett Cole, and James Paxton, who had the no-hitter. The 111.1 mile an hour opposite field homer, Aaron Judge, got it Friday, 29th home run of at least 110 since the beginning of 2017. He only trails his teammate, Giancarlo Stanton, who has done that 37 times.
Keep the married guys off the infield. And those two guys hit.
Put the armor on when you see those two guys coming to the plate. Ball game tied at 3-3. David Hess working to C.J. Cron, base hit, scored a run, 4-game hit streak for him. We should note, because Mike and I were talking about this, and it's being discussed nationally apparently, Toronto may be stealing signs again in their home ballpark, huh?
Yeah, pretty interesting. I guess Chris Sale was out early in the ball game and getting hit around a little bit. And he came out, and pitching coach came out, talked to him. Catcher was out there. They changed signs completely around, went to that touch system by the catcher all over the shin guards, the chest protector stuff. Next thing you know, Toronto wasn't getting any hits.
He was striking everybody out.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's always been that the rumor mill right up there in Toronto.
Yeah. But somehow they steal signs from center field, maybe with the camera hidden. 3-1 delivery on the way. That'll be foul back and out of play. It was pretty dramatic, the change, as Mike said, after they changed the sign.
Yeah. Be on to something there. Of course, the Red Sox are always paranoid about that kind of stuff, too.
A 3-ball, 2-strike count. Wendell and then Duffy due up against David Hess in his major league debut. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball towards short. Long throw for Manny. Right on the money. Cron is retired. One away here in the 3rd inning. This season at Oriole Park, the kids cheer free. Bring your young Oriole fans ages 9 and under. The ballpark free of charge. You get that upper deck regularly priced adult seat. You can bring up to 2 children free. And while you're at the ballpark, check out the new and improved Kids Corner featuring the Birdhouse. For tickets, Orioles.com/kidsfree. There are a couple of them upstairs there right now. We're going to have to do one of our opens from the Birdhouse.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
How to do that? I have not gone out to see it yet. I'm sure we can mess it up somehow out there. Breaking ball in a 1-0 count. Wendell a base hit, scored in the 1st inning. Duffy had a 3 RBI home run. Now, is it true when your kids go to play at the Birdhouse, they have to close it off because there are so many kids that nobody else could get in?
Yeah, we have to reserve it like a month in advance.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. And a hopper with seeing eyes just missed the glove of Hess. And Wendell is on. How about that? He came into this series 0 for 19. He now has 4 hits and 7 at bats here in the first 2 games.
Yeah, just staying to the big part of the field. A lot of times just base hits up the middle. Here you see just out of the reach of Jonathan Schoop. A little changeup, not a bad changeup from Hess either. He's kind of chopped through the infield, almost able to flag it down himself.
So a runner on. And again, it's a single. Rays now have picked up 5 hits in the ball game. Here's Duffy. Throw over. That'll get Wendell back to the bag. David Hess, major league debut. 26-man added. Doubleheader, you get to add a player. He's it, but he can stay. He does not have to be sent back down. That will depend on the performance here today. Swing and a miss. Good movement down and away.
Yeah, good breaking ball there. Slowing it down a little bit. And located it well. Starting on the plate. Works to that outer 1/3 of the dish.
He's worked his way through 5 organizational levels since being drafted by the Orioles 5th round 2014. 0-1 count. Pretty good lead over there at first. Runner not going though, and a swing and a foul ball right off the handle.
Well, first inning, Duffy got a hold of Hess. Take a look at the StatCast numbers here. Almost 103 miles an hour off the bat. Just 23-degree launch angle. Another 400-foot home run. Seems like every home run nowadays over 400 feet.
Does indeed. Duffy's 2nd of the year on that long ball. 0-2 the count. Wendell again, the lead at first, not going though. Breaking ball, that will miss outside. And a ball and 2 strikes from Hess.
Well, a good adjustment with the slider. Left one backing up that Duffy took a pretty good rip at, and then finishes that next one down and away. That's where you want to stick it.
1-2. Make the throw over. Obviously, everybody for Tampa Bay taking a look here. What's the move look like? Will he throw over? Can we steal on him? Getting the clock on him over there at first base on his delivery to the plate. 1-2. Wendell edges off, another half step. Does not go. Pitch will just miss away. Count goes to 2-2.
Good fastball there, 95 miles an hour, and he has been working the edges pretty consistently here early going in this ball game. Good fastball slider combination. There you see, just missing on that outside corner.
David Hess got a look during the spring training games. 2 appearances in the Grapefruit League play this year, just a couple of innings. That one up, but came in a little bit. Duffy was kind of looking away and leaned into it, fouls it back. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A little backup slider. 3 different type of sliders, actually. A little inconsistent here in this AB. Finish that one on that outside corner.
Matt Andres and Alex Cobb in game 2 of the doubleheader. Plenty of time to get here if you're around the city. Second game will start 25-30 minutes after the first one is finished. Straight doubleheader, single admission. Fans will be coming in all throughout the first game here. There were quite a few on hand for the start. I'm sure they promised themselves they were going to see every pitch. 2-2 throw over. He was going. He had the lean on that time, and now we'll see whether or not they intend to send him again. Pretty good move over. Had him leaning towards second base.
Yeah, pretty quick, and he's quick to home as well. So we're going to give Cisco a chance if Wendell does indeed leave first.
Ozzie Timmons, first base coach, talked with the runner. There he goes. Pitch inside. Pitch was taken and couldn't get a grip on the baseball. So it'll be a stolen base for Wendell. Cisco came up ready to throw, and the ball was not secured.
Yeah, must not have had it in the throwing hand, because it looks like he came out of the chute the right way, but immediately looking down at the ball, take a look, the little pump, and then eyes going down. Yeah, no grip right there.
3 for 4 in stolen bases for Wendell. Now Duffy with a runner in scoring position. 3 for 12 in the game last night for Tampa Bay in these situations. 3 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Ground ball, runner's going to go. Manny, outfield grass, gets it over there in time. Wendell to third, and there are 2 down.
Good play there by Manny. And Manny got those long arms, could reach out and actually take away some of the bad hops he might be anticipating there. He's out on the outfield grass, and that lip coming into play, but he reached straight out and got it off the dirt.
So 2 down for Hess. And here is Miller. Brad Miller, a base hit. First time up, runner at third. And 2 down. Breaking ball off speed is going to be in there for a strike. 73 miles an hour in that one.
Yeah, I like that. Slow him down a little bit just to get me over. Curveball to steal a strike.
Second multi-hit game of the year yesterday for Brad Miller. That one is launched in the air to right field. He got good wood on it, back of the wall, and it'll be hauled in. Santander playing in that power alley, puts it away. No runs, a hit, and 1 left on. Our M&T do up. Machado, Scope, and Davis. Sarasota, Florida, from the fresh seafood to world-class cuisine. Visit SavorSarasota.com. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, doubleheader day here at the ballpark. Orioles coming in having won 3 in a row. They are now 11-27, 15 games out. Yankees, Red Sox, identical records, lead the division. Tampa Bay, they've lost 4 in a row. They are 9.5 behind the division leaders. Here's Manny Machado, only Oriole not to hit in the second inning. Manny goes after the first pitch, drives it center field, going back, Manick Smith looking, and goodbye, home run. He has done it again. Manny is on a home run tear. He had a couple in the ball game last night. This is number 13 on the year.
Man, oh man, and I really think it's all targeting that right center field down the big part of the ballpark. It's his target area, and he hasn't missed. Beautiful swings from Machado. 13th home run already this season.
And he is up there in all of the Triple Crown categories in the American League. 13 home runs ties him for first with Mookie Betts. The two of them with 13 each came in with the league's leading batting average and leads in RBIs with 36 on the year. Ball in the air to left field. That one's hit pretty good. Going back at the wall. And goodbye. Home run. And Jonathan Scope looks over into the dugout as he goes down the first baseline looking at Manny. Back-to-back home runs. He and his buddy. And the Orioles have a 5-3 lead.
Well, you know, they had some fun with this last season. Manny and Scope going back and forth. Who's going to win that home run title? And Jonathan Scope, a couple long balls today. Gonna take a little bit to catch up with Manny. Man, oh man, he keeps swinging like that. He'll be there soon. Second home run today.
Multi-homer game for Jonathan Scope. Not only back-to-back home runs, but back-to-back pitches off Archer. That one is going to be grounded down to first base. Miller will make the flip to Archer, and Davis is retired.
Now let's take a look at the dynamic duo. Manny Machado getting a fastball out over. Yeah, it's on that outside corner. But boy, does he get through it. And there, a breaking ball hovering in the middle of the plate. Jonathan Scope staying tall. Turned on a fastball up and in. That time showing the patience on a curveball. There is that handshake we've seen so many times.
So Oriole lead 5-3 as Archer continues to struggle. Giving up the home runs in this ball game, 3 of them already. He came in having given up 6 on the year. And the pitch will be taken inside. Mark Trumbo, a base hit and a run scored. 7th career multi-homer game for Jonathan Scope. And the first back-to-back home runs for the Orioles this year. And the pitch is taken for a strike.
Yeah, good to see. You saw Anthony Santander after Manny Machado came through there, rubbing all over him. Wanted some of that luck, man. Give me some of those hits.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way by Archer, and that one's high in the air to center field. Manick Smith moves in. He has got it, and Trumbo is retired, 2 down. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Light the Night Walk. O's have 115 walks, $5,750. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. They can't help themselves. It's such a joy to watch them play because it's such a joy for them to play.
Right.
That's good stuff.
Sure is.
2 down, nobody on. Pitch will be taken up high. Cisco an RBI double for Chance Cisco in the ball game. As Chance continues his output against this Tampa Bay team on the year. Now he has picked up 4 hits in 9 at-bats. He's had a couple of home runs, and he has driven in 3.
Well, he's had some good ABs in his playing time. Opportunities he gets, certainly taking advantage of them.
We told you our Maryland lottery contestant was going to have a good day. Rick Seal, $100 for each of the home runs. 3 of them so far in the game, along with 100, 500 for being selected, 500 for each of the home runs. It's a good day to be Rick Seal. Here's the 2-1 delivery on the way, and the pitch is a strike in the outside corner. Orioles during this homestand have put up some big offensive numbers. They are 3-1 on the homestand, hitting over 330. They've averaged 8 runs per ball game in the first 4 that have been played. So the offense continuing with the output here at home.
Yeah, you know, they came back from that road trip where, boy, it was dismal. Didn't win a game on the West Coast, and they got to work. You know, they were out here every day and had been until this doubleheader, doing early work, taking their batting practice, getting their ground ball work, and everything kind of collectively coming together at the same time. Defense, offense.
Hit hard, second base. Wendell with a really nice play. Cisco is out of there. That ball was stung. Manny Machado, home run number 13, leading the inning off. And then second homer of the day, Jonathan Scope, numbers 2 and 3 in the year, and the Orioles lead it 5-3. Brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. I told you the Kids Corner has been expanded here this season. The birdhouse is there as well, so when the kids come to the ballpark, they can have some fun out there in the Kids Corner down the right field line. Orioles having some fun so far as they've got the lead in this one, trying to win their 4th consecutive game in a row. 3 home runs already off Archer. David Hess, major league debut. 3-run homer by Duffy in the first inning, has settled down, 1 hit since. And we go to the 4th inning. Echeverria will lead it off. He had a fielder's choice first time up. He drives this one to right center field. Adam Jones taking a long look. It's back for the right fielder, Santander. He had to shade his eyes on that one. Well, from the skipper, Buck Showalter, before Hess's start today, this is what he had to say.
If I could wish one thing for him, is to get through the first inning clean and kind of get his feet on the ground. Big day for him. We made sure he came over yesterday and got acclimated a little bit, moved in his locker, uniform fit, all the things. You don't want him to walk in here at noon today and first time, you know, try to eliminate as many first time things, but you know, it's some things working in his favor today. I'd really like to see him, you know, get his feet on the ground early, but you know, we're prepared. David's pitching as well as anybody down there in AAA, and he deserved the opportunity.
So there he is, major league debut. First wish didn't come true. First inning wasn't easy, but he has settled down here in innings 2 and 3 and gets an out here in the 4th.
Well, I think that's probably the most impressive thing, right? Parents here, so obviously the pressure of family and friends in the stands, major league debut, a lot of adrenaline. Getting through the first inning is one thing. Yeah, Buck would love to have a clean inning, but how about settling down for 2 and 3?
Fly ball pitchers, you can see from what's happening here in this ball game, Mancini goes out and hauls it in. And there are 2 down here in the 4th inning. It can be a dangerous thing, as all Oriole fans know, to be a fly ball pitcher in this ballpark, especially as the weather heats up. But if you keep it to the bigger part of the yard, you can be in pretty good shape.
Absolutely, and you keep mixing it up. Now Hess mixing in some sliders, the occasional curveball, the lefty, the changeups featured every now and then as well. So you get him a little in between.
Another fly ball to center field. Adam Jones, Gomez. He's got it. Wow, that is a 5-pitch inning for David Hess, and retires the side in order, protecting a 2-run lead. It looks like he had home runs 149 and 150 last night. At that tender age, becomes the youngest Oriole ever to get to 150 home runs by games. The fastest Orioles to get to 150, Chris Davis, followed by Rafael Palmeiro, Frank Robinson, and then Manny Machado. And Manny, of course, has added another 151st in this game.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. Manny Machado, so young, so talented, and really starting to come into his own. I think as far as a leadership capacity goes, you know, when the team is down, and the team had been down all through April, it was Manny that kind of kept things going. Personally, you know, offensively, he kept his batting average up, and that's the kind of stuff that players that are scuffling, sometimes you need to look at somebody like that. How is Manny keeping it going? He's using the whole field. You watch his at bats, you watch his takes. He's getting through the baseball. So Manny's been a great leader as far as his overall game goes this season.
Here is Santander. Santander, 1 ball, 1 strike count into the shift. Wendell out there at second base will make the play and record the out. By the way, I got to give credit to Hechavarria. That last out Cisco hit into, they had the shift on. Hechavarria had made that play to end inning number 3. Don't want to take away assists from the infielders. They're earned.
Yeah, Hechavarria is having a great defensive year. Well, this whole Rays team is a solid defensive team, but Hechavarria, outstanding, and that was a beautiful play he made on Cisco.
Here is Peterson, Orioles number 9 hitter, drew a walk his first time up. Chris Archer trying to hang in there, fouled away. We were checking here in this homestand for the Orioles. This is game number 5. The Orioles have hit 14 home runs on this homestand in 4+ games. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of home runs. That's Oriole baseball right there.
Yeah. 0-1 count, and the pitch will be taken up high. Tampa Bay is not a home run hitting team. The Orioles are. That's what they rely on. 46% of the runs the Orioles had scored coming into this game had been scored via the home run. That was the 4th highest, and now they have, with the 3 home runs in this ball game, accounted for 3 out of the 5 runs scored today, so they're upping that percentage number. Archer with a 1-ball 2-strike count. He's walked 2, struck out 1. That one also is going to be fouled back. The Orioles came in 9th in home runs. They now have hit 48. Tampa Bay, the second fewest at 32 coming into the ball game. Chris Archer, 1-ball 2-strike count. Bullpen has not been up for either team. Wouldn't be for the Orioles. For Archer, there was a point there where they had a couple of guys walking around in the bullpen, but as we said, no manager first game of a doubleheader wants to go to that bullpen any earlier than they absolutely have to.
No, not today.
2-2 delivery on the way. Great off-speed pitch to get him.
He's made a couple good changeups, especially to Peterson, and doubled up a couple times with him. Peterson's seen the most. Of course, he features it more against the left-handers. But take a look here at the location. A little bit of fade on that outer third. A pretty good pitch. 88-mile-an-hour changeup. That's a firm one.
The Rays, their 26th player today, the left-handed pitcher, Anthony Banda, was called up from Durham AAA. That'll go to short. Echeverria seemingly a magnet in that glove. He makes the play. Mancini is retired. A 1-2-3 inning. The Orioles up by 2. And a little celebration going on in game 1 of this doubleheader. And a little celebration. Adrian Roberson on hand, working the PA. We welcome her from the Bowie Bay Sox. She's the AA affiliate PA announcer, and she's working both today and Mother's Day tomorrow as part of the Mother's Day weekend. Pop up first base Davis. He'll come over and get it. Sucre is retired on 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 5th inning.
A nice play by Chris Davis over there at first base, calling off Cisco. A couple times earlier in the year, Cisco was roaming out there, wondering where Davis was, but look at how aggressive, taking himself right into the Oriole dugout. Nice running play there by Davis.
The Chris helping out. Top of the order, Denard Span. Span has struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 in the ball game. 2 for 6. First 2 games he asked for a timeout and was granted.
There have been some quick outs by the Rays offense here lately, swinging at some early pitches. Span, the veteran, trying to slow this game down a little bit.
Shows bunt, brings Peterson in from third base. He is one of the game's best bunters. He will do so for a base hit or a sacrifice. Tampa Bay trying to get somebody on base here. C.J. Cron, the power hitter, 2 spot, due up. Hess with the 0-1 delivery. Goes after it. Little late. Will it stay fair? Down the line. That is a foul ball.
Now pushing away the lefty, trying to slap it down that left field line, but getting inside of the baseball, forcing it to move 10 or 15 feet foul down the line.
So that'll bring Span back to the plate. Doubleheader day here at the ballpark. Not been a lot of these played, obviously, in recent years. The Orioles have had 6 doubleheaders against Tampa Bay. They have been swept in 1 and split the other 5, as this is the only doubleheader these teams hope they will play this year. Managers hate them. 0-2 delivery on the way. Down to third. Peterson's going to have to hustle it over. He does. Gets the out. He's making all the plays.
Yeah, beautiful play right there by Peterson. It was actually out with Bobby Dickerson, the Oriole infield coach, 2 days ago, working on this exact play. Bobby telling him, get that glove out in front a little bit. Maybe feeling a little too deep right now, but that is textbook slow roller. Takes that 1 extra step, throwing off that right foot with some hair on it too, cutting it across the infield. Second out.
Real fine play. Bobby Dickerson, infield coach there on the right, loving it. C.J. Cron will take the pitch for a strike. He has picked up a single, scored. Home run by Duffy in the first inning. 2 down, nobody on. Here's the 0-1 to him, and a slider is going to miss outside.
Well, you really love how he's settled into this ball game. You know, you talked about he just pitched Tuesday, so there were some questions about the 3 days rest. But boy, no signs of fatigue. Ball coming out of his hand really well right now.
Working in that ball game against Durham, he threw 84 pitches in that last outing, giving up only the 1 hit. 1 hit in 7 innings worked in that ball game. One ball, 2 strike count, looking for another clean inning. Hess with the delivery on the way, and that'll be foul back. C.J. Cron holding tough. With Chris Tillman now in the DL with the back problem. Orioles still looking in that rotation as to how they're going to play that. That's why Hess, with a good outing here, could have a shot. That'll be buried over the top, bounced off Cisco. Count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. No particular pitch count on Hess today. It's about effectiveness and how he feels.
Man, Buck Showalter talked about the support Hess has too behind him. Rested arms.
2-2. That'll go to Jonathan Scope over there in time. Retires the side in order, so he's had back-to-back clean innings, and he's retired the side in order in 3 out of the 5. Masson is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. and by the hotels at BWI.com. Minutes from BWI Marshall, Amtrak, and Interstate 95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at BWI.com. Crowd continues to make their way in for this doubleheader. Second game will start about a half hour after this one is over. The Orioles trying to put the W away as Adam Jones will lead it off. Jones, Machado, and Scope here in the 5th inning. Adam, a 7-game hit streak. He's 0 for 2 in this one. He has struck out and flied out, and will take the pitch outside from Archer. Archer at 62 pitches. Seems like he's thrown more than that.
Yeah.
As the Orioles barrage with the 3 home runs they have picked up. 1-0 to Adam, out in front, chop foul.
Yeah, like both teams, there's been some early swinging, some quick first pitch outs by both pitchers, and of course some extended at bats. But both pretty efficient in this ball game.
David Hess liking that scoreboard right now, up by 2, looking for a major league debut win. Here's the delivery. Adam finds a hole the other way. Seems as though we're saying that on about every other hit, that other way is included in describing it. Adam's on, and that's an 8-game hit streak for Adam Jones.
Yeah, good swing, a lot of hits over there, and I think the Orioles starting to realize that and take what's given at times. You're going to pitch on that outer third, might as well pick up your hits that way. Not a bad fastball, right on the edge, and Jones staying right on it and through it. Clean single.
So a runner on to lead off the inning against Archer. Orioles have had the leadoff man on in 3 out of the 5. Archer coming in, retiring 65% of leadoff batters. And here is Manny. Home run number 13 came in the 3rd, tied with Betts for the American League lead. Pitch will be taken down low. He has 18 multi-homer games before turning age 26. He is 4th all time in that department in multi-homer games before reaching the age of 26. 1-0 delivery. That one goes in the air to right. Carlos Gomez will drift over, runner halfway. Manny is retired. Jones back to the bag. 25 years ago, it was Smalls, Benny the Jet, Ham, and the gang from the Sandlot that hit theaters. Relive this baseball classic at Oriole Park, the Sandlot Movie Night, June 2. All fans are welcome to watch the movie post-game. Special ticket packages available featuring on-field access and an exclusive The Sandlot t-shirt. Ticket packages available at Orioles.com/The Sandlot. One away, Jonathan Scope already a 2-homer day. Numbers 2 and 3 in the year. Came back-to-back with Manny Machado in the 3rd inning. Orioles' first back-to-back home runs of the year.
Yeah, Jonathan Scope, a couple impressive swings, an up and in fastball that he turned on. And if your body isn't in the right position to hit that type of fastball, there's going to be pieces of your bat all over the infield. He stayed tall and got that bat head directly to the baseball. And then the next time it was a slow breaking ball that he had to wait for. So
down to 3rd. That's a fair ball. Great stop by Duffy. Tries for 2nd and gets some. Adam points to the dugout and says, look at that one again, Skip. Hard hit ball that Duffy prevented from going down the line. But Showalter will have his video people take a look.
Wow, impressive play by third baseman Duffy. Take a look, though, the stretch at second base. Adam Jones get his foot in there. Wendell had to become the first baseman over there. We talked about Scope doing that. Very close play.
Major League Baseball changed the rule on this early this year. Used to be the ball had to go to the back of the glove. Now all it has to do is enter the glove. Trying to define some of these things is pretty minuscule, but
yeah,
that's what the rule is. And they will not appeal. So Jones retired on a fine play made by Duffy to get the force out at second base. Scope now at first with 2 down. And that will bring up Chris Davis. He has grounded out a couple of times. 3 lifetime home runs off Archer. And the pitch will be taken away for a ball. 6 multi-hit games this season for Chris Davis. He picked up that 6th game last night. First 2 at bats had singles. Sinker down and away. 1-1 on Davis.
Yeah, maybe his best change up there, and I think the slowest, 87 miles an hour, and it had some really good action. Dive bombing down and away.
Waiting on a 1-1. Scope off first. Shift on in the infield. Davis fouls that one back. Couple of day games today. Oakland's playing against the Yankees in New York, and Boston's at Toronto. They are both day games. We'll update you on those when the tallies are in during the 2nd game of our doubleheader. Count remains 1-2 on Davis. Archer's delivery to him will be outside. Archer has remained a little calmer today than some other starts. As we mentioned so often, when he pitches, he does tend to wear his emotions on his sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes that can get things upset for him as far as pitching is concerned. Pretty calm today, though. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Davis ground ball to first, and Miller will step on the bag for the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. The Orioles lead at 5-3. Well, at Johns Hopkins University, nearly 40 years there. His team engaged in a number of numerous community activities, including providing clothing to hurricane victims, sandwiches, casseroles for those in need here in the local area. And during Christmas time, they contribute toys and items to the Family and Children's Services, all done by the team, all under their head coach. So to Bob Babb, congratulations. Orioles will donate $2,500 to the Family and Children's Services of Central Maryland. You can donate if you'd like to. Go to Orioles.com/heroes.
Bob Babb, a legend around these parts for baseball. Taking that Hopkins team to the World Series a couple times.
Great to have the team involved in the community that way. Guys who may or may not go on to play more baseball, but they will leave there with some pretty good feelings about themselves and what they've done. Here's Joey Wendell. Wendell's feeling pretty good. A couple of base hits, 4 for 7 now in these 2 games. Wendell's got another one. He's just slapping the ball around. So he's got a lead-off single here in the 6th inning. Potential tying run comes to the plate. PNC Minor League Insights brought to you by PNC. No better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day.
Now we got David Hess here in the big leagues. Keegan Aiken, he could be the next man up. 2nd round pick back in 2016 out of Western Michigan. 23 years old, and man, has he been on a roll lately. Last 5 starts, 4-1 with a 1.48, 8 walks, and how about 35 punch-outs for Aiken. Boy, on a roll right now in AA Bowie.
Doors open. When it comes to pitchers, in fact, when it comes to about anybody at this point, with the Orioles looking ahead. Runner on at first base, nobody out. Hit number 6 for the Rays. Each team with a half dozen. Duffy, the home run in the first inning, is second. Good for the 3 runs. Since then, Hess has given up only a couple of singles. Orioles will get their bullpen active. We saw Tanner the other night coming out of the bullpen, and he was on fire. Tanner Scott worked 2 great innings. Fouled off in a half swing outside of first base.
Yeah, Tanner Scott was throwing some cheese the other day, but the bullpen's back to being pretty healthy. I mean, Yacobonis came up, so his arm's down there in the pen. Mike Wright Jr., he's ready to go as well. So the arms, I think, in the bullpen, I think they're ready to go for this doubleheader.
Yep.
Look at Wright and Yacobonis.
Multi-hit game. Duffy last night, 10th of the year, fouls that one back. He's putting some pretty good cuts on the baseball right now. And the count goes to 1-2. Orioles on top. They had a battle back from a 3-0 first inning deficit. They did so via the Scope home run, leading off the second RBI double. Cisco got it, and then back-to-back home runs in the 3rd inning by Machado and Scope. They've also picked up a run on a double steal. Cisco stole home on a Peterson double steal. Goes after one away, and a strikeout recorded, number 3 for Hess.
Oh, very nice, David Hess. Take a look at the Nissan pitch cast here. A little slider starting on the plate and working out. Outside just off the edge. And Duffy, who has had some really good swings off Hess, reaching for that one. Nice pitch. Big strikeout.
Hess in the AAA starts this year and recorded 29 strikeouts in 29 innings, including a career high 10 in that last 7-inning 1-hit start against Durham. Runner remains at first base. Hess gets it in there for a strike to Miller. Brad Miller, a base hit, and he is flied out to right field.
Miller's had a couple good swings. Now that fly out to right field was, whew, thought that one might have jumped into the seats. Just got it off the end of the bat. So Hess got to be careful here.
0-1 delivery on the way, and that one he got up a little bit, hit under it, right field. Santander will move in. He's got it, 2 down. Wendell stays at first base.
Yeah, that fastball just getting up above the strike zone, and I think Miller trying to do some damage there, getting a little big, popping it up to right field.
And we'll bring up Hechavarria. Hechavarria's hit into a fielder's choice, and he is flied out. He's hit now in 13 of the last 16 coming into this ball game. During that span, he's raised his average from 192 to 270 during that stretch. 2 down. Hess with the throw over to Chris Davis. During the losing streak, 4-game slide. This Tampa Bay team, including today, scored only 10 runs. And they've been awful with runners in scoring position, hitting 182 during the losing streak. 0-1 count on Hechavarria.
Yeah, they've had kind of a streaky offense this season. The first time the Orioles met up with them, they were on fire. I mean, they were hitting, they were getting their base hits, they were hitting home runs. And then when they left here, I think they started wanting to hit more home runs, and that kind of got them into a little bit of a funk.
Because not really a home run hitting ball club. They're not made that way. Orioles are 1-2 against them. Tampa Bay did take those first 2 games. One of them rained out. That's why we're playing the doubleheader here today. And a single game to wrap up what is a 4-game set coming up tomorrow. Tampa Bay won the ball games early on, 8-4 and 9-5 against the Orioles. Davis into the runner to make sure that ball didn't get away.
Hey, caught it right on his back, though, making it a pretty close play. Yeah, one thing to save it from going down the right field line, but you might be able to steal it out with it. Nice try by Davis.
0-2 count with 2 down. Wendell has a stolen base already. And a foul ball. Hechavarria jumping up on top of that one. So the count will remain at 2 strikes.
Well, I think Buck Showalter has to be pretty impressed with what he's seeing from David Hess, especially after settling in after that first inning. Boy, we've seen a number of younger players just come unglued. Can't handle that kind of attack in the first inning, but Hess settled right back in. And boy, has he been pretty smooth here. Pretty dominant, actually, through the next 4 innings.
Absolutely. I agree. I think that's the first thing Buck's going to say after the ball game, talking about Hess.
Yeah.
Not the fact he gave up the runs, but the fact he
absolutely
regrouped.
Yeah.
0-2 count. Hechavarria waiting. Runner does not go, and Hechavarria on a pitch upstairs. Another one back into the screen. Another day where it's all about singles. The Orioles won't mind that continuing from the Tampa Bay offensive viewpoint. They've had 6 hits, 5 of them singles. The big blow, Duffy with that home run for 3 in the first inning. 0-2. Runner stays. Ground ball to third. Peterson. He'll go to first. Over to Davis on the money. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Orioles remain on top, and the Hess family up and cheering number 41.
Leonard, how about the handshake getting going right in front of the rookie making his debut, David Hess. How about seeing a scope home run, number 2 on the year, a moonshot to get the O's on the board. And anything you could do, yeah, I could do better. Manny Machado, who has been red hot, chasing that Triple Crown. It's his 13th home run of the season. But Jonathan Schoop is heating up. A laser, 20-degree off the ground. Yeah, it was a bullet. 2nd home run of the season, third home run of the season, 2nd of the game. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
And the pitch will be taken up high. Archer back to work. That is going to be it for David Hess, his major league debut, and a good one as the players and skipper come over. So Hess with a solid 6 and an opportunity to be the winning pitcher on his debut day. That ball will be popped out outside of first base and over the Oriole dugout. Mike Trumbo, a base hit, a run scored, and he has flied out to center field. 1 for 2 here in the ball game. For Archer, he's had to just battle through this. He had not given up more than 1 home run in any ball game this year, and had not surrendered a homer in the last 2 starts against Detroit and Toronto. But he has given up 3 in this ball game. 1 and 2.
Yeah, timing. Some of these Orioles have had some good numbers off Archer, and we talked about Archer's numbers not too good here at Camden Yards. So his confidence, well, not too good coming in here, and the Orioles, their confidence sky high right now with their offense clicking on mostly all cylinders right now.
That pitch will be taken down low for a ball. They've not gotten anybody up in the bullpen. Kevin Cash has not. They let Archer go as long as he can here. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Trumbo will ground that one foul outside of third base. Cisco and then Santana to follow for the Orioles. The thing that keeps Archer in the game is the fact that the pitch count has remained fairly low for the fact he has given up the 5 runs. That happens though when you get the runs off homers. 2 ball 2 strike delivery. In the air, hit hard. That's the gap. They were not playing him there. It will be cut off on the warning track by Malik Smith, but a stand-up double as Trumbo continues. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. He is hot.
Yeah, he's just covering the baseball right now. 4th double, and that was a 2-iron coming off his bat. Oh man, did that get out in the gap in a hurry. Take a look at this swing here. Just directly to the baseball. Oh, down and in. How short is this swing? Whack. Man, oh man. Took the legs right out of it. Really all hands taking the barrel of that baseball. It is a bullet going right by Archer, and man, almost making it to the wall. Smith cutting it off, but Trumbo walking into second base.
He's already got 6 multi-hit games in 11 that he's played in. Ground ball to the hole. It'll be knocked down by Wendell. He'll make the play, but that's an advantageous at bat as Cisco gets the runner moved up with 1 away. Upcoming schedule is brought to you by the LifeBridge Health Sports Medicine Institute, now open at Foundry Row in Owens Mills, covering all your bases head to toe.
Yeah, doubleheader today, and of course the second game starting right after this first one. And Sunday, 1 o'clock start time. Monday it's an off day for the Orioles, and then Tuesday the Phillies come into town. 7 o'clock start on Tuesday. Wednesday it's at 12:30. Yeah, businessman special on Wednesday.
So a runner at third base, the infield's drawn in. Santander gets the advantage of that. Will take the pitch inside for a ball. Santander has flied out and grounded out. Takes a look down at third. Trumbo is there with only 1 away. So the Orioles are a chance to add a run. Chris Archer with a look. 1-0 to the backstop. Runner's going to come. Play at the plate, not in time. Sliding in is Trumbo, and the wild pitch by Archer, his 2nd wild pitch of the year, and the Orioles have a 6-3 lead.
Man. Down in the dirt, looked like a pretty easy blockable ball, I guess I should say, for Sucre, but right through the 5-hole. Take a look here. Yeah, right through the wickets. Trumbo, he's aware of that. You get on third base and you're looking to advance, looking for that pass ball in the dirt, and he gets a good look, doesn't even hesitate. And here comes the thunder. Look out, Archer.
Up and over. So the Orioles add another. 2-0 delivery, bunting for a base hit. Sucre makes a nice play. He and Archer almost colliding there. Sucre gets it and gets the out on the attempted bunt.
Yeah, the athletic play there by the catcher. Take a look here. Nice bunt by Santander. A little hopper out there, and the big man coming out of the gate, setting that backside with a little pirouette. You got to get that backside set. You want to make a strong throw, and there you see he took a little half step and fired a seed to Miller.
So there are 2 down with a run in, and the pitch taken for a strike. Peterson is struck out and walked. So the Orioles have had a couple of runs scored in unusual ways here today. You got the home runs, but you've also got a double steal where Cisco stole home on the, what in that case is really the back end of the steal. And then you score another one here in the 6th inning, coming in on a wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles with 6 runs on 7 hits. Rays 3 runs on 6. Each team has left 3 on base. Another one that bounces away.
Yeah, there's Sucre just kind of shaking his head. Jeez, working too hard here this first game. Everyone's skipping through.
2-1. There are 2 down. Peterson just looking to get on. Even with a bag at third. Duffy. Pitch is high and away. Well, you can tell the Rays really protecting their bullpen. Kevin Cash hasn't had anybody up, and there have been a couple of times, including right now, where you'd think maybe you get somebody up. 3-1 delivery on the way. That'll be popped up. Shallow left. Denard Span will put it away for the out. Peterson retired, but the Orioles had a run. Trumbo got the double. Cisco moved him up. The wild pitch scored him.
Major league debut. You know, there was some nerves in there, but he was able to pick up his first major league strikeout. How about Malik Smith going down on the hard slider right there? So the confidence started to work. Yeah, he had the veteran Span going down, and how about Duffy as well? Very impressive outing. Touched for 3 runs in the first inning, gave up a 3-run homer to Duffy, but settled down and was very impressive. 6 strong innings of work, scattering the 6 hits, 3 earned runs on the board, only 78 pitches thrown. Pretty impressive job. Now it's time for a quick pitching change, just like a Jiffy Lube signature service oil change. In and out fast, and you never need an appointment. Well, Tanner Scott coming out of the O's bullpen, bringing the cheese.
Tanner Scott. First pitch is going to be down in the dirt. Lefty on lefty. Malik Smith, who is 0 for 2, has struck out, flied out.
You see Tanner's numbers, 405 earned run average coming down. Wow, did he look impressive in his last outing. Working the power fastball up in the high 90s with a slider as well. The lefties just 167 off Scott.
1-0 count. In at third base, Peterson. Tanner's delivery bunted poorly and all the way back up onto the screen. Tanner Scott the other night, and a very impressive performance coming out of the bullpen, and really was overpowering in that ball game as he worked 2 innings, gave up just 1 hit and struck out 4 against Kansas City, part of the Orioles 11-6 win in that game against the Royals. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss and a pitch down. For Tanner Scott, he had 8 scoreless relief appearances in Norfolk, 10 innings, 9 hits, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. Career high 2 innings worked on April 21st against Cleveland when he was called up by the Orioles. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way, over the top and outside. He made 2 appearances for the Orioles last year, only an inning and 2/3 worked, however. This year at Norfolk, left-handers went 2 for 10, and the right-handers 280, 7 for 25.
Yeah, Tanner Scott, pretty interesting. A big arm, and last year pitched in Double-A. They had him start 3-inning stints.
Ooh. Cisco piece of that one.
Chance to take his time a little bit, a little foul ball, and then it goes up and under. Catching a piece of Cisco. Anyway, Tanner Scott was in Double-A actually to work on his slider, and it seems like he's really starting to command it well. Command of both his fastball and slider. And the reason, I mean, it makes you kind of wonder, okay, 3-inning stints, Tanner Scott potentially be a starting pitcher with the command now of 2 quality pitches.
2-2 delivery on the way. Certainly that has to be a thought for the Orioles. And David Hess, outstanding performance. Chris Tillman on the right on the DL. Could Hess be the one who fills his spot in the rotation? 3 ball, 2 strike count. Left-hander's delivery on the way and a ground ball to first. Davis has got it. Smith is retired. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Well, the Birds are going to host the Nationals May 28th through the 30th, and you can kick off summer. It's a special 105 Memorial Day matchup. All fans receive an Orioles Memorial Day t-shirt. And on Wednesday, the first 20,000 fans 15 and over get the Orioles Cooler Backpack, presented by Visit Sarasota. Tickets at Orioles.com. Interleague play. 1 down. Here is Carlos Gomez over the top. It's the swinging strike on Gomez. 3 runs in the first inning on 4 hits. Since then, 2 singles surrendered by Hess, and now Scott getting an out here in the 7th. 0-1, same place, same result.
Yeah, beautiful pitch right there. And back it up, right? And that's what you work on, that release point, being consistent with the release point. How about those the spin rate here? 2,536 rounds per minute. That's a lot of rotations on that slider.
0-2 delivery on the way to him, and a chopper that hit him in the foot. Not much success off the left-handers by Gomez so far, hitting just 178 against left-handers on this year.
Yeah, he's off to a slow start, but he's going to heat up a little bit, and really always dangerous with that aggressive swing.
0-2 count on him, straight up D, and he will take the pitch down low. Went after a couple, tried to get him to go after another. He's had 9 multi-hit games despite the low average for Carlos Gomez. Here's the lefty's 1-2 delivery to him, and he got him, stayed right there, and gets the strikeout.
Boy, all 3 pitches almost identical. Take a look at the Mercedes pitch cast here. Look at that group of pitches down and in. 1, 2, and now 5. Those are all sliders and all swing over the tops. Perfect execution by Tanner Scott. Great job by Cisco making the call.
So there are 2 down. Tanner Scott against Sucre, the catcher, batting 9th. In their first strike to him, he has popped out, flied out. Sucre's first games against the Orioles this year. He's been a monster in his career, hitting 300 with a couple of home runs against the Orioles. 0-1 delivery to him. That pitch is eating up the right-handers. Same thing that he threw to get Gomez.
Yeah, they're thinking it's that fastball coming on that inside corner. You got to gear up because Tanner Scott's got 98 in his back pocket. Last year he was touching triple digits with the fastball. And you gear up and you drop the nasty slider in there.
0-2 the count. It'll be a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Orioles are coming off the 9-4 victory against Tampa Bay last night. Kevin Gausman, a magnificent outing, getting his 3rd win. 1-2. Sucre will take it. For Kevin now, is the numbers over the last 4 starts, Gausman's ERA is 1.5. In the last 6 games, he's gone 3-1 with an ERA of 2.14. Talk about settling in. He's got the 5th best ERA at home is 1.8 here at Camden Yards. Fouled off again, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Kevin Gausman in a real good spot right now. Very confident. Take a look. This is the Tanner Scott fastball, sticking it in. An inside corner, 97 miles an hour.
Fans applauding for a K. And the 2-2. Sucre in the air. Adam Jones drifting back. And Adam will put it away. A 1-2-3 inning. Tanner Scott, 7th inning stretch time. The Orioles up by 3.
we stand ready to serve all military families.
Back here at Camden Yards, the Orioles' first game of the doubleheader have the 6-3 lead. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick. Mother's Day, of course, is coming up tomorrow. This Pashmina scarf will be given out at the ballpark tomorrow as part of Mother's Day. Dylan Bundy and Blake Snell scheduled to go. Don't forget, it is a 1 o'clock start.
Yes. I know it's a nice
I was going to
scarf.
ask you a serious question, and I looked at you, and the whole thing just went away.
Well, this is a Mother's Day gift, Mom.
That is a Mother's Day gift, and it's very nice. We
Yeah.
kept one wrapped so that when you take it home, it won't be this one.
Right. That's right.
Just take one of those stick-on note
I want to
things.
talk about David Hess. All right?
I think you should.
Okay, David Hess was impressive, and,
Yes.
and we talked about it during the game. You know, the first inning, a rough spot, obviously. Buck Showalter hoping that first inning would be smooth for him so he'd settle down. But I think, like everybody, Buck's going to be very impressed how he did settle down and then just, boy, dominate the Rays there. Just 2 singles after that.
Outstanding. It'll be interesting to see what decision is made
Thank you.
regarding whether he stays or not.
Thank you.
Does look good, though, doesn't he? All right, scarf tomorrow. Mother's Day celebration here at the ballpark. I'll get out to see it. And there's going to be another game here tonight. About 25 minutes, 30 minutes after game 1. So if you're around the area, why not see the second game of the doubleheader? Orioles bat here, bottom half of the 7th. If you watch this ball game along the way, I think you find it a little hard to believe that Chris Archer's still throwing for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he had an inning, second or third inning. Yeah, third inning where he threw over 30 pitches. So he was on the ropes for sure, but there have been some quick ones. He's been really efficient aside from that 30-pitch inning.
Stanley Cup first warm-up action we have seen for the Rays in the ball game. Trey Mancini 0 for 2 and a walk in the game. 5-game hit streak still on the line here in this one. 1-1 delivery by Archer will be pumped the other way and foul. Trey Mancini here in the series has picked up 3 hits, 14 at bats on the year against Tampa Bay, including an RBI. 1-2 count. Jones and Manny Machado to follow. And a swing and a miss. Sold a little bit of a slower fastball there to get him.
Archer kind of jumping around on the mound. We talked about him being animated, but finishing that slider off. He spun off hard down the first base line. A little bit of a hanger there for Mancini. And gets caught in between. I want that one back.
So 1 away. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Adam Jones coming up. Adam with a base hit. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Has hit successfully in the last 8 games for the Orioles. And that pitch will ride up, and he decides to stay away from that one. Adam moving into that number 2 spot about 10 days ago and has done a good job of it. He had a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night. Breaking ball inside again. Archer coming in close. Jones 256, couple of home runs off the Rays starter.
You know, he's looking out over right now. A couple brushback pitches. Jones looking to get extended here. 2-0.
Archer ready with the delivery, and he'll move that one in a bit, but it also is up. So Adam gets ahead on the count. 3-0. They'll take the base runners if they can get him here. Takes it, and he is on. So Archer surrenders the 3rd walk of the ball game by him. And the Orioles get a runner on with 1 down. Let's take a look at our 4th drive of the game.
Yeah, Manny Machado picking up his 13th home run of the season. Right center field on a fastball away. Wow, did he stay tall? His swing is about as good as you're going to see in the game right now. Arguably the best right-handed hitter in the game. Power to all fields.
So Manny, number 13, came in the 3rd. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. 1 down and 1 on. Archer will be up high with it. Manny now also has a 5-game hit streak going, tied with Mookie Betts for the lead in the American League in home runs. The Orioles with 4 home runs last night, 3 in this one. They now have 8 games this year with 3 or more homers, and 4 of those have come in the last 5 games. That one off the Fisk third base side. Duffy. Manny retired, 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, just when you think Archer might be running out of gas, leaving everything up in the zone, he comes up with a big pitch. Right there, good slider down in the zone to get Manny to pop up for the second out.
His longest outing was his last game, and it was 7 innings. 1 run, 5 hits against Toronto. 2 down here in the 7th. He'll get a new baseball. And Jonathan Schoop will stand in. Jonathan, 2 home runs in the ball game, is hit into a fielder's choice. Now has a 7-game hit streak going. And he will foul that one with a runner on at first base and 2 down.
Archer still bringing the good fastball, 96 right there. Jonathan Schoop, 92 career home runs, first all time by an Orioles second baseman, Hall of Famer Brian Roberts, just inducted. I guess the induction ceremony will be in August.
92 of them for second baseman. 0-1 delivery on the way. Good breaking ball down and away to Jonathan, and he went after. And the count goes to 2 strikes.
There you see finally reaching the 100 pitch mark. 32 in the second inning. Every other inning very efficient.
Schoop has never had a 3-homer ball game. 7 2-homer games. 0-2 delivery on the way, and another good pitch down and away. So Archer continuing to throw some good stuff up there. Orioles leave a runner on, 7 complete. Orioles 6-3. Grace became the first player to put one in the pool. That's down at the Bank One ballpark, located about 415 from home plate behind the fence, and he splashed one in there. In 1915, Red Faber had one of the most interesting complete games, 67 pitches. You talk about efficiency in a 4-1 win that came over the Senators in 1915 for Faber, who would go on to the Hall of Fame.
Must have been getaway day.
Had to be getaway day. Everybody swung at every first pitch.
Had to catch the plane, right? No, wait a second. 19. What year was that? 10 or so.
Swinging at all first pitches, you can do that, I guess. Here's Ref Snyder, pinch hitting. Ref Snyder is on for Denard Span. Leading off. Ref Snyder putting that one to second base. Jonathan Schoop makes the play and records the out. Ref Snyder's out of there. Well, you can welcome second baseman Brian Roberts, broadcaster Fred Manfred, the newest members of the Orioles Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame luncheon takes place on Friday, August 10, noon to 2 at the warehouse. Luncheon hosted by the Oriole Advocates. Tickets $65. For details and to order tickets, 410-247-2703. That's on August 10. Fred enjoying retirement in Florida with the grandkids. So good. Tanner Scott's delivery will be taken down low. C.J. Cron, a base hit, scored in the first. All 3 runs and 4 of the hits coming in the first inning of the ball game on the first 5 batters sent up by Tampa Bay. Again, a hard hit ball that's going to go into center. Went off the glove of Jonathan Scope. C.J. Cron got all of that one. He'll get a base hit on that, and he'll be 2 for 4 in the ball game. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Stanek had been warming up, so he'll be coming in the next half inning. Another pinch hitter coming up. Daniel Robertson will pinch hit for Wendell. Wendell had a 3-hit day. Went 3 for 3. Runner on at first base, 1 away. 7 hits for each team in the game. So Daniel Robertson gets a shot at it. Still within reach. It's just a 6-3 ball game.
Right. Robertson, he got himself going when Duffy was on the disabled list, so pretty good bat.
And that's going to be it for Tanner Scott working out of the bullpen, as Buck Show wants to go to some matchups here. Michael Givens have been up and throwing in the pen, but another good outing for Tanner Scott. Works an inning in the third and retired 4 of the 5 hitters that he faced. By American Standard. Find your local independent American Standard heating and air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com. And by Ocean City. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. Orioles go to the pen. Hess with a great job. Chance to pick up a win in his major league debut.
Yeah. Fine performance by Hess. Michael Givens now coming out of the O's bullpen. This will be his 17th appearance. 3.60 earned run average. 27 punch outs in his 20 innings of work. Yeah, Michael Givens is a punch out master, holding opponents down to just that 214 batting average.
Robertson with bat on shoulder will take it. Pinch hitter stays in, but now of course has to face the right-hander.
Yeah, tough number right there for Givens. Of course, early in the season, that'll get better.
Runner on at first base. Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Robertson has a 1 for 3 off Givens. Tampa Bay trying to get that potential tying run to the plate here late in the game. Runner off first, foul back into the screen.
Good fastball there, 96 miles an hour for Givens, and he of course turns his back on the hitter, so tough to pick him up coming from that 3/4 slot. Now you get the shadows on the field, making it just that much tougher to pick up the baseball. There you see behind Givens, in front of Givens.
0-2 delivery on the way. Popped that one up down the line, right field. Santander coming over, and he will put it away. Runner goes back to the bag, and Robertson is retired. So 2 down. C.J. Cron remains on at first base with a base hit. For Michael Givens against the Tampa Bay Rays, this is his second outing this year. He's worked 1 inning, giving up only 1 hit. Carries the 3-1 mark lifetime against Tampa Bay. 22nd outing he's had against them. 2 down. Breaking ball will miss inside. Duffy, the home run, that's accounted for the only 3 put up by Tampa Bay in the game, and that came in the first. He has since grounded out and struck out. Here's the 1-0 delivery to him. Ground ball to the hole. Manny's got a long throw but couldn't handle it anyway. Runner's going to go to third. Trey Mancini will throw to third base, not in time. Good heads up base running C.J. Cron, and a base hit for Duffy. So he's got a 2-hit ball game, and now all of a sudden gets a little dicey.
Yeah, take a look there. Peterson, I thought he was going to make that diving effort, but he's got Manny Machado behind him. Manny trying to make that backhand play. How about the good base running there by Cron? Peterson may have had a better angle at that baseball. Manny had to take the deep angle onto the grass.
8 hits for the Rays, as was true in the Orioles win last night. Rays are out hitting the Orioles. Now they get the potential tying run to the plate in the person of Brad Miller. Base hit, 1 for 3, couple of fly balls to right field. And the pitch will be away for a ball. Miller is 1 for 6. Lifetime off Michael Givens.
Yeah, Miller doesn't get cheated either. He lets it fly, trying to do some damage.
1-0 delivery on the way, and that's the kind of swing he uses to try and get that damage done. 1-1.
Yeah, big cut right there. Of course, Givens got some good weapons. That big live fastball right there running away from the lefty, but he's got a nice changeup as well. Of course, he can keep him honest with the slider as well. Backdoor it, maybe down by the feet.
1-1 off the fists in the air, right center, not deep. Jones, Santander, and Adam Jones makes the running catch. Right off the blades of grass. A big play to end the inning and prevent at least one more run from scoring, as the Oriole defense again rises to the occasion.
Orioles able to get to him. See if they can get to this guy again. Yeah, Stanek now out of the bullpen. 3.38 earned run average. And then last night's ball game, Machado, a big grand slam off Stanek. And a pretty good arm though. Power fastball slider combination.
Stanek charged with just the 1 run on a hit in an inning, but it was, as Mike said, the grand slam. Ruff Snyder stays in the ball game in left, and Robertson will stay in the ball game at second base. And the Orioles bat here in the bottom half of the 8th. 3 outs away from a win. Chris Davis, Stanek's delivery on a check swing, foul back. Davis, Trumbo, and Cisco. There may have been butterflies before the game for David Hess. There may be a few more right now sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
A chance in his major league debut to have a win after giving up 3 runs in the first inning and then shutting him down through the next 5. Scott worked an inning and a third. Tanner Scott gave up 1 hit, got a strikeout. Givens, still officially on, gave up a hit but got 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and Davis going after 1 down.
And the split finger there. After rushing him with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball back to back. Splitty's down in the dirt to get advantage of this count.
Now this is a save situation, and the Orioles have nobody up in the bullpen. We'll see if it stays that way. Orioles get another run. It wouldn't be. Davis will take the pitch inside. 99 on the fastball from Stanek. Rays will have 6, 7, 8 due up. Echeverria, Smith, and Gomez in the top of the 9th inning. Chris Davis, 2 ball, 2 strike count. And that pitch is going to be taken down low.
A good take, tough pitch. Started on the plate, then worked down and away. So maybe recognizing that split finger rotation you see on the Nissan pitch cast there. Working up and in and down and away. That's some old school textbook stuff.
Chris is 4 for 16 against the Rays this year. Shift on for the 3-2 delivery, and Davis will chop it. Stanek up. Guns it to first, and a nice play made by Miller, who had to reach over to the foul side of the bag in order to get the out. 1 down. Well, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball and your favorite supported devices. You can use them all. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Mark Trumbo, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Another big day for Trumbo at the plate. Fastball up and away. Base hit, double, 2 for 3. Scored 2 runs, 1 on a wild pitch. Cisco scored on a stolen base of home, and what was really the backside of a double steal. RBIs, Scopes 2 on homers. Machado on a home run. Scope on a double, another RBI. Near the warning track and on it now. Looking up, Gomez puts it away. Trumbo retired. 2 down.
Trumbo just missing right there. He's been making some solid contact. Both of his hits today up around 110 miles an hour.
That will bring up Chance Cisco. Still a good time to be the pitcher with that sun still on the mound. Cisco, the RBI double, came in the 2nd inning, then scored on that stolen base later. Last 2 times up, he's grounded out. This time he'll take the heater at 99 upstairs.
Well, I guess you got to give props to Chance Cisco as well, handling Hess, getting him through that 1st inning. You saw him communicating in between innings in the dugout. So yeah, Cisco got him settled down.
Heater at 99 again. Yeah, Buck said before the game, when asked about a decision on catching game 1, Buck said, he said, I felt very comfortable with either Cisco or Joseph. But I think what put him over the top on that was the fact, what you're talking about, Mike, that they know each other. They've AAA minor league ball. They've had some work together, and
Right.
so just take a little edge maybe for the starter Hess. Put Cisco behind there.
Yeah, anything to make your starter a little more comfortable. Buck had talked about the first time things, making sure the uniform fits. There's so many things in Hess's head. Make sure he's comfortable out there on the bump. So when he takes the hill for the first time and he sees Cisco, familiar face, right?
Somebody I know.
Yeah.
Hess worked the 6, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Oriole pitchers have not walked a batter in the ball game. 3 walked by Archer. 3 ball, 1 strike delivery, foul back again. Heat 98 this time. And a full count 3-2 on Cisco with the bases empty and nobody on.
Good pass there on the firm fastball from Cisco. Boy, did he show that bat speed last night on an up and in fastball. Pretty amazing how he can get the bat head to that inner third. Kind of cuts his body off. That talk about pitchers creating deception. Well, sometimes hitters can step across the body as well.
3-2 upstairs, got him. The Static comes on and retires the side in order. The Orioles need 3 outs and they will have a 4-game win streak. On Masson, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transference. Gary Thorne and Mike Wardick as the Orioles here at Camden Yards lead the Rays 6-3 and look to wrap it up. Orioles have had the home run balls. Manny Machado delivering 1, Jonathan Scope delivering 2, Chance Cisco picking up RBI on a double and scoring on a stolen base, and now Michael Givens will try and get a save here in the 9th inning. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Gentry is on in left field for Mancini. Echeverria has gone 0 for 3 in the ball game, 2 for 7 in the 2 games, and Heat up and in that he goes after.
Tough to get to that one. Man, 96 miles an hour from the side.
Michael Givens has never had a save at the major league level. Picked up 21 of them in the minors. And he's 2 outs away from getting his first in the majors.
Yeah, pretty impressive here. Take a look at the Mercedes pitch cast. 3 fastballs, 1 down, 1 up and in, and 98 up and away. Whew, unleashing the fury right there. That's some cheese.
So Givens with 1 down. That'll bring Malik Smith up. Smith has an 0 for 3 in the ball game. In the air to center, right at Adam Jones. And there are 2 away. Game 1 of the doubleheader. The Orioles coming back from a 3-0 deficit. 6-3 the score. Hess in his major league debut. David, 24-year-old right-hander, 1 out away from being 1-0 at the major league level. Archer would take the loss, 2-3 this year. And Michael Givens would get his first save. Carlos Gomez takes the pitch away for a ball. Tampa Bay with the 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning, and they've had just 4 hits and no runs since. Well, the Orioles have been able to get to Archer with the 3 in the second, 2 in the third. Picked up another one in the 6th. Foul back and out of play. 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Man, it's nice to see this Oriole offense kind of supplying so much of the confidence, I think, right now. There have been a couple games here recently where they've gotten behind early, but knowing that the offense is going to be able to pull them back, and they keep backing away. They don't try to do too much early. Keep the same consistent approaches. Their strikeouts have been down lately. Their defense has been solid, and their offense has been putting up runs.
3-1 delivery on the way. Be fouled away. So a full count, 2 down, top of the 9th inning. 3 home runs today, 14 home runs over the last 5 games for the Orioles, as they have used the long ball here in this homestand. Fans are up. 3-2 delivery on the way. In the air, right side foul and out of play.
Good pitch, down and away. The pitchers have been really working hard, hitting their spots. Execution, the name of the game.
Orioles here in the 5 games of this homestand now have scored 38 runs. Ground ball right back to the mound. Michael Gibbons, the flip and the save for Michael. A major league first, and he gets the baseball back. And the Orioles come away with a comeback win here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Hess, a major league debut for the 24-year-old right-hander, and he will get the win. Orioles 6-3.